Hello, my name is Diana Watkins Dickerson, and I will be presenting on the effects of COVID 19 on the heart. February is American Heart Month, and so we wanted to know if you knew that heart disease is also known as coronary heart disease or coronary artery disease. Just a quick fact. But most importantly, we want you to know that heart disease can happen at any age. It doesn't just happen to older adults. In fact, younger adults are becoming increasingly affected. The conditions leading to heart disease are also happening at younger ages. Now, the top three risk factors for heart disease are high blood pressure, high cholesterol, and smoking. And as I said, February is American Heart Month. So do what you can to love your heart. Do what you can while you can. Other conditions and behaviors that affect the risk for heart disease include, but are not limited to, obesity, diabetes, physical inactivity, and unhealthy eating patterns. Just because it tastes good doesn't mean it's good for your heart. However, there are some ways that you can take control of your heart health. First, don't smoke. Did you know that smoking is the leading cause of preventable death in the United States? So just say no. Also, manage your health conditions. If you're working with your healthcare team, you can help to lower your risk of heart disease by controlling your personal health concerns and conditions you may have. Of course, you can also make heart healthy eating changes. By eating foods that are low in trans fat, saturated fat, added sugar, and sodium, really can help your heart remain healthy. And just because you're doing all that doesn't mean the food can't taste good. And of course, by getting moving for at least 150 minutes per week can help you stay active and keep you heart healthy. So, exercise. It doesn't matter how you do it, as long as you're doing it safely and having fun. This can truly help your heart maintain its health. As we know, COVID 19 affects different people in different ways. Infected people have had a wide range of symptoms that they've reported. African Americans, however, are twice as likely as non Hispanic white Americans to die of heart disease and 50% more likely to have hypertension and or diabetes. Now, why does all of this matter? Well, we do know that COVID-19 actually is more severe with folks that have pre-existing conditions such as heart disease. So with that being said, we have to remain vigilant, not just against COVID-19, but also in maintaining our heart health. COVID 19 is life threatening for people with heart disease, according to the CDC. And COVID 19 can damage the respiratory system, making it harder for your heart to work properly. Over the last 400 years, the effects of systemic racism have created and maintained poor health and economic outcomes for the Black community. All of this has made the Black community more vulnerable, not just to COVID 19, but to other pandemics. Some conditions that increase the risk of African Americans getting severely ill from COVID 19 include, but of course are not limited to, chronic kidney disease, COPD, which is short for chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, obesity, which specifically is a BMI of 30 or higher, heart conditions such as heart failure, sickle cell disease, as well as type 2 diabetes. And to foot stomp, COVID 19 is disproportionately taking Black lives, so make sure you're doing all that you can to remain vigilant. Once again, it's American Heart Month. So, for more information, go to the American Heart Association or even to the CDC for ways that you can keep your heart healthy. In summary, today we've discussed heart disease, but also some of the effects of heart disease with COVID 19. If you have any sort of cardiovascular concerns, you should be more cautious as well as more vigilant regarding COVID 19. By practicing social distancing along with best hygiene practices, this can aid in preventing the spread of COVID 19. Now, with social distancing, I like to say let's remain socially, spiritually, and emotionally present by remaining physically distant. Make sure you're washing your hands properly. Use hand sanitizer if hot soapy water is not available. And of course, wear a mask. Now, you want to make sure that your mask is properly covering not just your mouth, but also your nose. One of the things that I see out all of the time is that people do not have their nose and their mouth covered. This is an easy way to inhale germs in the air. So, by only covering your mouth, you're not getting what you need. And I guarantee you, if you think it's hard to breathe with a mask, a respirator is an even worse option. Another thing we see, having your chin covered. That doesn't do anything to protect you. And of course, it's harder for your mask to stay on. So make sure that your nose is covered, your mouth is covered, you're washing your hands, and you're practicing all the CDC guidelines to remain healthy. Be blessed and take care of your heart.